You tell great stories. You're very, very good at using stories to evoke responses from people and to get people to understand. Is there any particular story that you've recently come across which has touched you, that you've thought it's so powerful that you've had to repeat it, tell that story again and again?
Well, I will tell you a recent story, and it's a story of a visit that I made to Wisconsin. I was in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and I went to visit a group of nurses, and they were in a crowded basement office, and I remember sitting with them and thinking, how do you find meaning in your work if you're very far away from patients? And so I talked to them about it, and I said, tell me a story of a patient, introduce me to someone. And they said, well, here's Ethel. She's 95 years old, and she lost her husband last summer. And she's alone now. She doesn't have any other family, so she lived in a small apartment. And over the months, she began to deteriorate. She was very depressed, stopped taking her medication, lost a lot of weight. So the hospital began to send in more and more care. Nursing assistants, first an hour a day, then 4 hours a day, and then almost 24. And they would get her up in the morning and dress her and feed her and put her in a wheelchair, and she'd sit and watch TV. She didn't have a lot of meaning in her life. And one day the nurse came and said to her, not what's the matter, Ethel, but what matters to you? And Ethel said, I want a dog. And the nurse said, no, I'm the nurse, I'm from the hospital. And Ethel said, no, I want a dog. And this went on for a few weeks, and finally the nurse stopped at a pound on the way to her house and picked up a little puppy for Ethel. And within a few weeks, Ethel was walking 150 steps unaided. And then 3 times a week, Ethel would go to the hospital, but to take care of other patients, she would play the violin in the lobby. And I remember looking at this beautiful picture of Ethel sitting on her couch with her violin and with her puppy on her shoulder. And it just showed me how you can find so much meaning when you stop and really explore where someone's coming from and what does help mean to that person.
What a great story.